Okay, welcome to another video by AntiquesArena. My name's Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques and collectibles and anything I like and hope to make it, flip it for a profit. Purpose of today's video is to share with you some of my buys, and I do try and mix it up and buy a variety and keep it interesting. One of the reasons I buy different is because different sells. If you're going to buy the same as everyone else, the only way you'd sell it is if you're the cheapest. So you buy unusual, you buy different, something that they can't find on every stall, you're in with a good shout. So I'm going to share with you today's buys, and I've had some crackers again. I'm going to start off with my best of the day. Well, one of the star lots. I got a couple of really good pieces, but I'm going to start off with my star lot. Look how small that is. Fits into your hand. What's in the bag? We'll take some guesses. Well, I can tell you now, I paid £150 for what was in that bag, which is about $220, $225. And I have a little silver fish, articulated fish. So basically, it'll side to side. It is made in such a way you can see all the pins coming down the front, at the back there, and it's the same on the front, which allows all these scales to move, allowing the fish to flap. Now this is of sterling silver, and it has possibly ruby or garnet eyes. Now these are quite special. Now first of all, the mouth opens there. However, the head also opens to reveal a compartment, and then you pull out this beautiful silver gilt little bowl container. Now this is for a spice. This is Jewish, or for a Jewish spice. And if I come across, okay, so these are some of the listings on eBay for these fish. And the spice is, bear with me a second, there's a Mim spice, which is a Judicea spice. Now these fish are made all over the world for this spice, some in England, some abroad. Top one there, they're asking £2,082 for. It is a Chester 1903 by Berthold Muller. They're all classed as this Judicea articulated fish spice box. I'm going to show you close-up photographs of the box in just a minute. Now you can see some of the prices there: £2,000, £1,995, £1,135. A simple spice box there, £1,000, £760, £500, and they will come down into $200 or $300, depending on the quality, the type of fish it is, and everything else. You can see some of these are quite poor quality, and they're still asking big money. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's all right to ask it, but do they sell? Now, forget that top one. That is just a big marlin. If you come down here, they've sold this one here just as a Spanish articulated fish with red eyes. However, if you zoom in, you can see there the head is hinged. This is another of the spice boxes, and they got an offer on £511 there. Little crayfish there sold for just under £500, 4 for the crab. Then we come down to the fish. They've actually sold it as an articulated trinket box. It's not. It is actually the spice box, and they had £360, £310, and they do come down again to a couple of £100, £275, £275, £245, and so forth. But you get the idea. They're all crazy money. But when people are asking this money, and it's not just on eBay, if you go on some private websites, some people are asking £3,000 and £4,000 for some of these fish. I'm going to show you images of the one I have. Now, there is a problem to a degree with the one I have. If you look here, do you see where the X is on the back of the head? That is where I acid test it. It has been acid tested. It is stamped with silver marks. However, I don't recognize them. They're certainly not British. There's the marks on the tails. Well, it looks like a 10 there, and I'm not even sure what that mark is there. So I don't know the marks, but it is exceptional quality, and it has been acid tested to confirm it is right. And you can see it's a beautiful thing. So that's my first little buy of the day. Stuff like this doesn't even get put on the tables at the car boot sale, and people bring this stuff in for me and offer it to me. And this is already up on the website, and I don't care if you don't sell. It's absolutely beautiful. Love, absolutely love it. Well, what can I say? £150, love it, mind. So it wasn't a cheap little purchase. This next one, how many of you go to the car boot sales and walk past all these little glass animals and think, oh, they're pretty, they're cute, they're nothing? Well, I have purchased a pair of bumblebees with coming down onto a little flower, probably for feeding, collecting the nectar and whatever. It's very fragile, was it lampwork type glass, really pretty. And I believe it's by a company called Pirelli. I'm going to show you a little bit about them in just a moment. Now, I paid £5 for this, which is about $7.50, $8. It's in perfect condition. It's just so sweet with the bumblebees coming down onto the flower. I just absolutely adore it. But you're in for some shocks. Now, if I come over here, Pirelli Glass Limited were located in Potters Bar, London, and best known for their imaginative and humorous glass animals. From 1949 onwards, George Dunlop Pirelli Glass was an agent of Vassart Glass, made by the Vassart family in Scotland. Anyway, there's a full history there about Pirelli Glass, and it goes on and on. I'm not going to read it all. And it gives you examples. If anybody wants to go see that, it's glassencyclopedia.com, Pirelli. And it talks all about the company. So it's been going since sort of 1945. The company was formed in 1945 by George Dunlop. All right. But have a look at some of these eBay things. All right. All I done was type in Pirelli glass. Forget the Pirelli tire. So you come down here, you got a little selection of animals there. I'm not worried about those. It's a group. So then you come down here, you have this ostrich, single little ostrich, probably 3 inches tall, £125. Little stork there, £100. Little kangaroo, is it? No, leaping terrier. Kangaroo, I don't know where I got that from. You can see the type of prices people are asking for these decorative animals. Little octopus. So they're asking good money for them, and they do actually sell. Now, if I come over to the soles, they sold a group there for 125. Again, I'm not going to look at groups. Look how fragile that is. That is a little bird cage with a stand. £80 they achieved for that. A little walking rabbit with a cane. You zoom in so you can see. So that's the bird cage. Hoping you can see it. It's got 2 little birdies in there. Come down here, a little glass rabbit with a walking cane. Now, I see these glass animals on the boot sale all the time. And they sell. And you buy them for 50p. You really do. Now, I paid a £5 for that, but I bought it off trade. I see these all the time with the general public, and literally they are like pennies. 50p for this. Nice bull there, £35. So it is actually good money. Now, I've had quite a few of these comical ones in the past, and people don't realize they walk past them on the table, they pick them up, they go, that's cute. That's, people say £1 or £2, and they walk away. They're worth money. So if you see them Pirelli glass, it is worth good money. So next, I purchased, where are we at? Yeah, I purchased this. which is an absolute beautiful bone china drinking pot. It's entitled Butterflies of the World, and it is produced by Royal Crown Derby. And it's not just stamped on the lid, it is stamped on the base, so it's stamped twice. Tells you everything you want to know. It's dated 1991. Patterns, Butterflies of the World by Royal Crown Derby. Great Spangled Fritillary, Royal Crown Derby, 1991. Now, Royal Crown Derby is worldwide collected. And that come in off trade for £1 whole pound, which is about $1.50. I can tell you now, they're selling for £20 to £30, and £30 I've put it up for, which is about $45 for 1.5. It's in perfect condition, and it's Royal Crown Derby, and it is absolutely beautiful. That was a nice little find in the morning. I was at my store. Oh, hang on. I'm going to stay with that, sorry. Same dealer sold me this. This is Austrian, Hungarian. Now, I felt when I saw it at the car boot sale, it was German, but Austrian, German, it's all very, very similar stuff. It's Austrian. It's probably turn of the century, 1900, 1910, and it is by the Schultz brothers. And it was where the Schultz brothers formed, I think it was in 1856 or somewhere around there. And then later moved to Austria, Scilly in Austria. And it is stamped at the back. Schultz, Cilia being where it is made. They had 2 factories, and the Austria one being their second factory. Now, this company were seriously collectible. They worked with museums. They exhibited some fine pieces and were very, very sought after. This is a real nice piece. Now, the prices I'm going to show you in a minute on eBay are for chargers that are 12 inches. This is 17 inches. Now, if you're in the business, you know that 5 inches makes a hell of a difference. This is massive for what it is. And it is in beautiful condition. The only flaw I can find on it is a very, very small chip on the knee of the putty sitting on the tree there, on the swing or wherever it is, just by there, tiny glaze flake. Other than that, there's no chips, there's no cracks. It is beautiful. It's Majolica, turn of the century, and I'm going to show you some examples now. This owes me a whole £15 or about $22. So if I'm going to come across here first, show you some of the asking prices. And if we come down by here, there are 3 there, 101, oh, £102, 86 and 86. And they are all 12-inch chargers. And as I said, the 5 inches extra makes a big difference. There's nothing similar below. There's also next to nothing on the soles. There's a couple of small plates sold for £10 and £20, which are so negligible that it's not even worth mentioning them. Now, if I come across here, if anybody's interested in the Schultz brothers, there's a massive article, Art Nouveau /F / let me start that again, Art Nouveau -net.eu. That's the site. It's there anyway if you want to see it. And this was produced by the museum. Where is it? Yeah. Produced by the National Museum of Slovenia. And there's an article on the brothers Schultz, all about how they started, moving the factories, the type of work they done, everything. And there's a real good article if you want to have a read about it. And they were quite an important manufacturer. They were closed down by the Second World War. So anything you see by the Schultz brothers is going to predate the 40s anyway. So you're already talking not a million miles off 80-year-old before you go any further. So bear in mind, if charges like that are 100, 150, £200 for a 12-inch, that's a 17-inch. So that was an absolute steal down there for £15, $22. What's next? Right. I'm obviously stalled out in Splott, and for a change, we've been going inside, and I was right opposite two house clearance boys. So throughout the day, well, all the dealers, as you can imagine, swamped the house clearance boys first thing in the morning. I don't even bother. It's just too crowded. I just walk away and see what else I can find elsewhere. Anyway, once all the dealers are gone, they were still unpacking. And he pulls out this, which is a box of 6 in mint condition. And the second they hit the table, I ran across and purchased them. Now, these are by Whitefriars. They are textured glass. Pattern is Glacier, and they are by Jeffrey Baxter. Now, there's a set of 6. They are 10-ounce tumblers, so they're a big size tumbler, good quality, heavy tumbler. And these are listed in the 20th Century Factory Guide. So if you come across the 20thcenturyglass.com, you'll find all the glass you need, but there we have it, a flint clear textured glass whiskey tumbler made by Whitefriars, designed by Jeffrey Baxter, pattern name Glacier, pattern number M32. Mine doesn't have the factory label. But if you want to come across, that's the site is on. And it'll show you all the different Whitefriars available. Not just Whitefriars, it'll show you all the glass from all over the world. You just literally go select whatever country you want and search the forums. Now they were a whole £5, $7.50 for the 6 perfect condition Whitefriars tumblers, 10-ounce tumblers. So then I turns around with those in my hand and I see this on the next stall. It's got a couple of very, very old chips. I'll show you those in a minute. Now I'll be honest with you, when I bought it, I thought it was 18th century. There's a look at the base. Now this one has got almost like stilt marks. It's got 3 feet where it was fired on feet, and then they've snapped it off. And you've got the remains just like you see when they snap off stilt marks. So it's been fired on 3 feet, if you like. It's 2-tone treacle glaze, so you got the blonde and the brown treacle glaze. Now, it has got one chip there, which is almost just like a glaze chip. It's not deep. It is very, almost as if the glaze just flaked away. This is a proper chip on the rim. Look at the age on them chips. Anyway, I've done quite a lot of research on these, and they are all over the place, being sold from early 19th century right away through to 1900s. Everyone is selling them as Rockingham treacle glaze. None of them are marked, but they're all selling them as Rockingham treacle glazed character jugs, the snuff taker. Now, I put out on Talking Antiques to ask for some opinions, and to be honest though, I had one comment where he said he felt it was 1840s. I still feel it's earlier than that, but it doesn't make much difference. I'll show you some of the prices now. Now, bearing in mind, mine has got the flake there, quite a large flake there, and a small chip on the rim. But it owes me £3 whole, about $5. So there's one here at the top on eBay, up for sale, saying it is an early 19th century Rockingham treacle glaze. Now, the thing is, the Rockingham copied the earlier 18th century treacle glaze, but if you think I can find an example to compare them to, I can't. I felt mine was earlier. But there we go. And I'll explain why in a minute. A lot of the ones I've been finding 19th century ones have got an unglazed foot rim, where mine is a glazed foot rim, and mine was fired on the feet, not just sat on the rim. So there's a few reasons why I thought mine was earlier. Anyway, 170 there, 136. They come all the way down, 60 quid there. I have checked sold prices, and there's 2. There's one there for 90 and another there for 65. Now, if you look at this one, I'm going to show you this one. This is the sold one, sold for £90. And I think this is the one I was referring to. I checked a few of them. Well, that's a glazed foot there, I think. But however, That foot does not look as old as the foot I got. Come back. The foot I have, and not just the foot I have, the treacle glaze is so much darker. It really is just so much darker. And mine's been fired on feet where you can see that one simply just sat on a bed of firing grit, probably kiln grit. So yeah, I found a few examples. None of them match the depth in thickness and color of mine, and I can't find any with the feet marks, but I've put it down anyway as first half of the 19th century just to be safe. I'd rather be safe than misdescribe something. If it is an 18th century one, then they have a bigger win, and I'm still happy because £3 is literally a joke. Even with a couple of, that chip on the rim and that glazed chip, spectacular. I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful looking thing. I don't buy a lot of character jugs. I used to buy the Dalton ones now, but they stopped selling, so I don't buy them anymore. But that is a real nice character jug. Even if it was 1840, it's still a 160-year-old jug for £3. Right, I've got a couple more pieces to share with you. This come in off a subscriber. And he's been, I won't give his name, but he's been suffering. He had COVID, ended up in hospital, and he's back at the markets. And to be honest with you, he shouldn't be back at the markets yet because he's still not recovered. However, he came up to me this week. He said, I've got a ring here. I'm not sure if it's silver or not. And he came across, and I said, 100% silver. I've had them before, Indian, sort of Tibetan. It's so thick, you can't look inside to see if it's stamped. Well, you can't see a stamp on the inside. It's just that thick. Really is a thick ring. Now, the downside with the ring is if you look there, all the front has been dented in. That is not part of the design. It has been dented in. It should be a nice smooth finish. Anyway, asked what I pay for it. In that condition, I said, I'll give you a £5, which is about $7.50, which he was happy to take. It's unmarked silver and got some damage on this. So I paid a £5 for it, and it may end up going in the scrap box. I don't know yet. I may try and sell it, so we'll see. But for a £5, I didn't mind that. Next piece is another bit of jewelry, but it also has its flaws. I have, for another £5, so $7.50 again, a piece of Charles Horner enamel. So there's the enamel. Now, the problem with this one, as you can see in the center, there are stains. Now, I haven't tried to clean them off yet. You can see the stain there on the flowers. That does serious damage. I haven't tried to clean it off yet, but I'm going to try, because it could be surface dirt or it could be into the enamel. Now, the other option I got is a very mild solution of bleach to try and take it out. And if it don't come out, I'll just sell it as it is, but it will affect the value. Now, if anybody's interested in seeing what a Charles Horner hallmark looks like, there you have it. Here you have the hallmark for Charles Horner, which is the CH. Over here you have Chester M for 1912. So the lion is the assay mark, the silver standard. So you've got Charles Horner, silver, Chester, 1912. If anybody's interested in seeing what that looks like. As you can see, I've done some photographs of the pieces. I'm going to splice all these in at the end so you can actually see some of the items. And I'll splice them in at the end of the video so you can have close-ups of the items. But yeah, I think that is it. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I have got plenty more yet to film, but I want to film another New Year's Day film before, just in case I can't get any more stock, because I don't know how many more markets we got until they shut down because of Christmas. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas holiday, wherever you class it as. Hope you all got what you asked for and just had some wonderful family time and time off, to be honest with you. Yeah, other than that, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to try and put a film out now, New Year's Day. So maybe 1 or 2 items in it and a bit of a vlog. So we'll see about that. And then we'll hopefully start 2022. And let's just hope it's better than 21. Guys, honestly, I can't thank you enough for everybody who've joined me. And if you've got this far into the video, honestly, I appreciate your support. I'm always asking if you can share and like the videos. I'd be very grateful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.